League. Long time no talk. I'll start this video off with I hope everyone is being, healthy and shit. Two, I have a couple things to apologize for. One, this video was supposed to be done on Wednesday. It is now not Wednesday, and but I'm getting it done. Second thing is my hair looks atrocious. The third thing is the camera angle right now. Turns out if I put my camera on my main monitor, my monitor arm is so cheap and so flimsy, it cannot hold the weight of my monitor with the camera on it. So I'll probably end up looking this way a couple times during this video, and it seems kind of off and strange. There's a couple things I needed to touch on before we dived into this season. A couple of issues that we are going to come across, and a couple changes I'm going to leave up to you guys to decide on. So we'll dive into the biggest change for at least the local guys. This draft, unless something magically happens and we stop hitting a 17 to 20% positive test rate, we're going to be doing this thing online. We will not be using Quickie Draft, which the out-of-staters are more used to. We'll be using Yahoo's their own draft thing. So I don't know if you want to do a mock draft on there too, so you can get familiar with it. I don't know, your choice. So that brings us to another issue, is the keepers. So for the first time ever, you're going to have to handle your keepers directly on Yahoo. There's a assign keepers or select keepers or whatever thing. If you guys can't find it, I'll help you find it. The keeper deadline is going to be, let's see here. The keeper deadline is going to be the 26th of August. If you could get them in before that, it'll make my life a lot easier. But that's when the deadline is. I'm not going to punish you if you miss the deadline. I will just assign your keepers for you. And I'll do it to my best ability and, try to make it fair and even. I'm not going to give you your garbage players. Let's see what else. I'm looking at the 30th for our draft date. That will give us basically the latest possible time in August to get the draft done, where we have some time to be comfortable making arrangements and shit like that. So hopefully we can all be able to sit in front of a computer for an hour or so Sunday in the middle of the day. I think that's the fairest time for a lot of us who have jobs during the weekdays. Sundays are off times for most people, so hopefully that will work for you. If not, you have plenty of time to request a time off, or you could just try to do it from your phone at work. I don't know. But I'm thinking that's the day we're going to do this on. Let's see here. A couple other things I wanted to address with how interesting, for lack of a better word, this season's going to be. The buy-in poses a bit of an issue in my mind. I'm not sure if this has come across your guys' minds at all. I'm not sure how many of you have been affected by this, like losing jobs or, anything like that. But $50 might be a little steep for you in that department. And also the uncertainty of the season itself. With a player gets COVID, they test out, and they're out for 2 weeks. Or the whole season gets shut down because an entire team catches it. That might be an issue as well. I have a cat scratching at the door right now, so this is going to be an awkward break where I go let her in real quick, or that's going to drive me insane. Yeah, thanks for ruining the video, Echo. You're a giant pain in the ass. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, there's lots of different ways to handle this. We can do the $50 buy-in if you guys are still down for that. I'm in for it. It feels a little shitty to me. Whereas, say the season gets canceled, we just go highest points wins all the money. or something along the lines of that. That's something we can work out. Or we just drop the buy-in back down to like 25 if that's easier for people. Or because there's going to probably be a little bit more luck thrown into this season. My players didn't get COVID, so I win. Or, all my players got COVID and I'm fucked. I'm running, third string people. So yeah, the buy-in thing is a major issue. I'm going to put it to a vote and kind of see what we need to do in that aspect. We have enough time to get it planned out. We have about a month before the draft, so that should get it figured out. Another thing I wanted to talk about doing, and goes along with this whole COVID season shit, adding an extra IR spot. I think this is fair. We have the one IR spot already, but I'm thinking of adding a COVID spot, if you will. So if you do have a player that tests positive, they go in that spot. However, I want the rule to be, and I will enforce this through my ability to manipulate your rosters, if you put a player in your IR spot, in your COVID IR spot, and he doesn't have fucking COVID, he's just hurt because his ankle's busted, I'm moving him. Or I'll lock that spot out completely. But that's something I think I want to do. I'll leave that to a vote as well, but I think that's something that will pass. I'm not going to just do that and just make that change. I'm trying to think what else there was to talk about. Talked about the live draft, talked about most of the COVID stuff. That's all cool. Rosters as they go right now. I know last season we talked about, switching some stuff up, maybe adding an extra flex position or changing one of the wide receiver positions to be a super flex. I'm not sure this is the season to do that. But so I think I'm going to curve that idea. We talked a lot about changing the waiver system off of the rolling continuous waivers that we're all used to the fab budget system. If there's any season to put that in, I think it's this one, just as an experimental kind of deal. But then again, if you guys really aren't in for it, then you aren't in for it. I'm trying to think what else is there to be done. Looks like Chris Haynes has already done a mock draft now that I'm seeing this right here. Sly son of a bitch. All the way back in May. I feel like there was more to add, and I just kind of hopped in front of my computer, got the webcam set up, and just started talking. So that was probably a bad idea on my part. But yeah, that's the buy-in thing's the biggest thing for me, realistically. The removing the live draft sucks because I really do love the aspect of live drafting. I think it's a lot of fun. I know you out-of-staters kind of fucking hate it. And this kind of puts us all on an equal fun level for drafting, I guess you could say. But yeah, I think everyone's coming back. I'm looking at the roster right now. I'll have to talk to Bender, see if he wants to play. We might pull. I'm not sure if Steve is still in charge of Trace's team or if we need to remove Trace and assign Steve to that team. We'll get that figured out. Or if Bender doesn't come back and Trace wants to play, he can. Obviously, because he's been one of the founding members of this shit. Michael should be back based off of what I heard from him. It sounds like all the Minnesota boys are on board. Other than that, I don't think there's much else to say. I kind of want to run a couple. I kind of want to run a couple best ball leagues. For those who aren't familiar with best ball, basically you draft like a fuck ton of players, and there's no free agency, nothing else after that. You draft and you're done. That's literally the end of the season for your management. It just does, whoever scores the best, that was in your starting roster, and you just go throughout the season. It can be fun. It can be kind of fucked up. It's just a little side thing that I think might be kind of fun to do if you guys are down for that. I've said a lot because obviously I don't ever, write anything before this. I just kind of go off the cuff. Man, there was something else, and it's going to piss me off because the second I end this video, it's going to be like, you fucking missed that, you stupid fuck. Oh, well. All right, guys, that's going to be the end of this. I'm going to get this posted. Obviously, this was a lot, so I didn't want to have to type it all up. I will be, after I put the video up, I'll be putting polls into the Facebook group. Those who aren't in the Facebook group, who don't have Facebook, etc., I'll be sending the questions to you via text and send this video to you, and we'll take your information in too because it's valuable. If you have any questions at all for me, please let me know on, like, if you're like, hey, so if we fuck with, the money thing, how's that gonna work? And if we, is this IR spot gonna be good? Or no, we want this stupid fucking flex spot position so I can run 3 tight ends because I'm an idiot and I always lose. We can have that conversation. I got a lot of time right now, so I'll get this video posted up. Obviously, YouTube's got to render it, but I am gonna close it out now. Wish you all the worst of luck this season. I hope there is a season. I really hope there's a fucking season. Good night, gentlemen.